forefront of global communication. And because of this, a seemingly harmless group of people have turned a dream and an idea viral. KONY 2012 was launched on March 5th, 2012, with the purpose being to make him famous. However, who is him and what has he done that people want to make him so famous for? The him that they're referring to is Joseph KONY, the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, or the LRA. He has been spending his last 26 years kidnapping children into his highly mobile and well-trained violent rebel group. He turns the girls into sex slaves and the boys into malicious child soldiers. And because of this, he has become the #1 international criminal. However, his actions are not being done unseen. Because of the things KONY has done in Africa, it is causing a worldwide uproar that is now hitting the mainstream. However, something that needs to not be forgotten is who put it there, and that's the invisible children. They have been following and tracking KONY for the past 8 years, and coming up short-handed is not a solution anymore. They want him captured, and they want it done during the year 2012. The Invisible Children's headquarters is in San Diego, California, where they employ 43 full-time workers and hundreds of volunteers. They first began their work in Uganda back in 2005, where they worked with local missionaries and visionaries like Miss Jolie Okot. She helped identify the greatest need in northern Uganda, and from there they are starting to develop programs on the ground. The Invisible Children of Uganda, or ICU, currently employs roughly 100 Ugandan professionals with 4 international staff members that help implement and manage the programs. The international staff members help with the communication to Invisible Children back at the headquarters in San Diego and international supporters. So far, the Invisible Children have done extraordinary things towards bringing down KONY. Starting back in 2005, they were able to bring some light onto the issue and were able to get the United Nations to unanimously agree that it is our duty as humans to help protect these children, families, and towns in Africa. Because of their efforts so far, in October of 2011, President Obama released a statement that a team of 100 soldiers would go overseas to assist the Ugandan military in capturing KONY by helping train them, giving them vital equipment and the skills needed to do so. Also, 2 bipartisan resolutions were introduced into the House and Senate after the release of KONY 2012 back in March, and now they have been signed by nearly 100 members of Congress. Now that you are aware of the Invisible Children are and what they are doing, here's why they are doing it. Joseph KONY started his rebel group in Uganda 26 years ago, and back in 2006 they began to travel outside of Uganda. Since that time, they have traveled through the Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC, Central African Republic, or CAR, and South Sudan. Since 2008, only 4 years ago, the LRA has killed 2,400 people. And what is even more terrifying is the fact that there are roughly 250 fighters in the LRA. However, since their existence, they have displaced 440,000 people. And still today, hundreds of women and children are held captive. These young boys are taught and trained to kill, to mutilate people's faces, and even kill their own parents. KONY has kidnapped over 30,000 children, and for what purpose? There is none. He has no achievable political power. He is only fighting to maintain power in Central Africa and to keep fear in the eyes of these children. He has even gone so far as to use peace talks to regain strength and power to attack again. KONY's ability to terrorize a country is astounding. Jason Russell, one of the leaders for the Invisible Children, met a young boy named Jacob back in 2003 in Uganda that had escaped from KONY's capture. He tells the story of his brother who was not so lucky. He got caught trying to escape, and KONY killed him in front of Jacob by slashing his neck open. These are the types of fear tactics that KONY uses to scare these children into not leaving and murdering other helpless civilians for no rhyme or reason. Now that the Invisible Children have the world's attention, they have come up with a comprehensive approach to bring KONY and the LRA down. The first step is civilian protection. It's a 2-step process. The first being that they are building an early warning radio network which tracks KONY's movement. That way, small villages and towns that are in the line of fire are being attacked by KONY might actually get the necessary time needed to escape before the LRA gets to where they're at. The second part is that they are doing an FM radio broadcast and putting up flyers in the forest to inform the LRA on how to escape from KONY and his leaders. This step is already proving to save lives. The second approach is that they need a peaceful surrender from KONY and his leaders so that no more bloodshed comes from the war. The third approach is rehabilitation and reconstruction. The towns and villages need to be rebuilt for people to start inhabiting them again, as well as these children that have been affected by KONY need rehabilitation and therapy to help them cope with what they have dealt with. And the last approach is to arrest the top LRA leaders. Without this, then nothing matters. They will keep on killing and ravaging villages until there is no tomorrow. I try to shed a little more light on Justice KONY and the problems that Africa and the world at this point are facing because of his horrific actions towards mankind. The invisible children are doing absolutely everything in their power and are exhausting all resources to bring him down. Now it's time for our united generation to do our part to stop the inhumane conditions that are terrorizing the African people. KONY needs to be stopped, and as of now, we only have 8 more months to do it in.